What's up, Moon Star Therapy family? It's your girl Amber Mellon, and I am back today with another video that I'm super excited to talk about. So today's video, we are going to be talking about dark divine feminine energy, and explain what is dark divine feminine energy. Okay, so this video is going to be a foundation of other videos that I'm getting ready to make concerning to dark feminine energy, but I really wanted to create this video to help you ladies to really understand the foundation on it. So when we talk about the other fun stuff, you will really be able to tap into your divine dark feminine energy to help bring from within you power. Okay, because we can add all the toppings, okay, but if we don't have the foundation right, okay, it's not gonna work. Okay, so if you know you are a spiritual badass, a goddess, an alien superstar in these streets, and you're not subscribed to Moon and Star Therapy channel, I would love for you to become a part of the family. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, nothing but positive vibes here, inspiration, motivation, okay, and just sharing to help all of us ladies and women to step into our power, to own our divine goddess power. Okay, that power that comes from God, that power that comes from within. Okay, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your girl. And if you are not new here, hello ladies, how are you all doing today? Don't forget to hit that like button for your girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this message. So when I was planning for this message too, and it goes, now the earth was formless, empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Okay, and I really feel like God gave me that scripture because when we think about the creation story, okay, whether you believe in it 100% as is, or whether you believe it as a way of God teaching you wisdom and how things work, either way you look at it, I really want you to understand this picture of, God's Spirit hovering over something that's dark, void, okay, formless. That word formless, to me, what God was showing me is not man or female, but spirit. So your divine dark feminine energy is all about the spiritual aspect of you, that power, that spirit that comes from God. You are an extension, you are an expression of God. I always say that, okay? And God really wants to show you how powerful you are, because that formless and empty and darkness and God's Spirit hovering over the deep is that power of creation, okay? That power of infinite possibility. So God has given women the ability to call forth from the dark, okay? From the unknown, from the spirit realm. God is giving you that ability to call forth what it is that you want and manifest it in the material realm, in the physical realm. The blessing, the beauty, the power of creating infinite possibilities, infinite things in your life to help you to be your best self, okay? Dark divine feminine energy is all about creation, hidden knowledge, and ancient wisdom that comes from within that God self. The dark divine feminine energy is a return to knowing who you truly are in God, without religion, without rhetoric, without restriction, okay, without social norms and social structures. It's a call of self-discovery. It's a call to self-explore without human constraints, okay? So that is so powerful. It's something that's very important that I want you ladies to know, is when you want to tap into this dark divine feminine energy, it's a call to your soul wanting to express the hidden restricted parts of yourself, the parts of yourself that was restricted because of family restraints that your parents put on you, ideals, restraints that society puts on you, restraints that religion puts on you, restraints that social norms put on you. It's a call to coloring outside the lines. It's a call to being outside of the box. It's a call to stand up and stand out in your truth, in your power, and in your authenticity. It's a power to break away from this patriarch system, which showcases and tells women every day of that we are not equal to men, but we are under men. And one of the important things also too to understanding dark divine feminine energy is a woman in her dark divine feminine energy understands that she is not trying to be above her man or below her man, that she is just as equal to her man. Because again, I talked about in a previous video that God created man and female, okay, at the same time. If you look in the Bible, the first creation story, there's 2 creation stories in there, and I talk about those in prior videos. If you haven't watched them, I'll make sure I link them below. But the female energy is just as divine as the masculine energy, okay? She is not below her man. She is beside her man, just as equal, just as divine. And a woman who truly understands that is a force to be reckoned with, okay? When you think about dark matter, when you think about somebody being comfortable in the dark, comfortable in the unknown, comfortable in the unseen, that takes bravery, that takes faith, okay? So also too, a dark divine feminine energy, it's a call into the wilderness in the beginning stages. When you're truly tapping into this energy, you're not afraid to go in the wilderness. You're not afraid to let God lead you in the unknown. You're not afraid to be in the wilderness and allow God to show you things about yourself that are the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? Because that's the only way that you can transform and alchemize and transmute energy, okay? The dark divine feminine energy is also about revelation, okay? The ability to call forth and channel information from the spirit realm to help yourself, not only help yourself, but to help others. A lot of women who are in their power, who are standing in this dark divine feminine energy, are healers, okay? They are sage women, medicine women, women who understand herbs, women who understand moon cycles, the seasons and how to work with those seasons, women who understand the new moon and how, okay, it's a time to start new beginnings, new ideas, okay? Women who understand the full moon, of getting rid of things in her life, banishing things, or the ability to make things more potent, okay? Women also understand, what seasons they are in their life and how to work with them, how to work with winter, how to understand that winter is a call of stillness, is a time of reflection, is a time of letting go, is a time of purging. Spring can be a time of new beginnings and new ideas and planting seeds. So all this is very important, and a woman in her dark divine feminine energy understands this, and it makes her work and everything that she does in manifesting the things that she wants in her life more powerful, okay? A dark divine feminine a woman in her dark divine feminine energy is always alchemizing things in her life, okay? It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how you try to raise your vibration and keep your vibration high and continue to stand in your power and then in your light energy and protect your energy. We can't control outside forces, okay? Sometimes we can't always control things in our environment, but we can control ourselves. So a woman in her dark divine feminine energy knows this. She knows that, humans who haven't healed and who are flawed are going to project their insecurities, their hatred, their jealousy, because they don't have a self-understanding of self and knowledge of self and who they are in God. So when you see a woman in her power, okay, whose silence is also powerful, okay, who needs no introduction, okay, that's going to be intimidating, and people energetically, whether knowingly or unknowingly, are going to send are going to send this woman hate, jealousy, envy, okay? And so she knows that, and we are able to take this energy, we are able to transmute it, okay, into love, into power, into drive, into reaching our goals, into accomplishing things. I get it energetically. I receive hate on a daily basis. Okay, there are spiritual things that I do in my personal time that I do to protect, my energy, because I know that when you're in the public eye, and especially when you are called to help humanity, it's just something that we just can't get away from. Okay, which I will be teaching later on about, how to protect your energy. Okay, especially when you're in this goddess power, when you're balanced in your emotions, in your energy, when your chakras are aligned. Okay, and especially when you're owning that dark divine feminine energy, a lot of people are going to want to come and humble you. Okay, but we don't worry about that. Okay, we give that to God. We give that to the universe. We let God and the universe deal with individuals like that. Okay, so when I say the word alchemizing, okay, the definition of alchemizing is a person who transforms or creates something through a magical process. Okay, and this magic comes from within, ladies. Okay, this magic comes from within. For some of you who consider yourself, witchy healers, and you do spiritual work in your spare time, you understand that your mindset, your intent, and your faith is the most important thing when it comes to manifesting, to magic. Okay, and that's what God wants you to understand, is you are the wand, you are the magic. Okay, and a woman in her dark divine feminine energy understands that. Okay, she knows how to protect herself. If she doesn't have crystals or herbs or oil, she knows how to energetically call forth and protect herself and surround herself with light. Okay, that's power. That's power when you don't need any tools, when you understand that you are the tool. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with using tools, because again, that's what wise women do. Wise women, we understand the physical properties of the earth that God has blessed us with, and we also understand the spiritual properties of those same herbs that God has blessed us with, and so we know how to use those. But if any case that's not available to you, or you can't use it, or is not around, we understand that God never leaves us, that God is always in here. Okay, our ancestors who came before us is always in here, surrounding us with nothing but love and light. Okay, and guidance if we ask them. Okay, and another thing, a woman in her dark divine feminine energy understands the power of free will. Okay, if free will truly is a gift, we understand that if our soul, if our spirit wants to express something, wants to go down a certain path that maybe is off beaten path, that maybe is not popular, we are not afraid to stand out, to be the oddball, to look weird, to look like the black sheep, okay, to look like the crazy lady, because a lot of us are looked at as crazy ladies, especially a woman who is a truth speaker, a woman who speaks truth, a woman who has a level of honor and integrity about herself. A lot of times people will try to make us out as crazy, evil, demonic, but if you come into our private lives, we live our life in love. Okay, so I really want you to understand that the dark divine feminine energy has nothing to do with being manipulative. It has nothing to do with being evil. It has nothing to do with putting spells on people and seducing people and trying to make, interfere with other people's free will. Okay, because that's another thing. A woman in her dark divine feminine energy doesn't have to interfere with people's free will. Whatever she wants, okay, she makes sure that she embodies that. Okay, so ladies, this dark divine feminine energy, it is powerful. It allows you to be able to set boundaries. Again, that going into that masculine energy, that dark energy, that yin and yang, that light energy. Okay, it allows you to not be a people pleaser. It allows you to not overgive. It compels you to put self first and to love yourself first. Okay, So if you ladies have any questions, please leave your comments below, because that's going to help me to create more content. But I really just wanted to give you ladies just a foundation to go off on, so when I create these other fun videos about dark divine feminine energy that can enhance this foundation, okay, it'll all make sense and you'll already be owning this power, okay? A dark divine feminine energy embraces the unknown, embraces the dark. A lot of times, you know, when you are ascending, when you are being called into your power and your purpose, when you are being called to go to a next level, okay, when you have said yes to your dreams, when you have said yes to being authentic, when you have said yes, I want to live out my dreams, I want to live out my desires, I want to live out my goals, I don't want to self-sabotage my blessings, I don't want to be in this unworthy, windy energy, and I want to go on this journey of self-love, you will be called into the dark, my love. You will only have a just enough light for the step that you're on. That's one of my favorite books by Stormy Ottoman. Check it out. Hopefully I can remember and leave the link below, but it's called Just Enough Light for the Step That I'm On. Powerful book, and it's all about trust. It's all about faith in God, faith in the universe, faith in the unknown, not being able to see, okay? Because sometimes if you can see everything and you know everything, you'll mess it up, right? Okay, so sometimes God will put us in a position of holding his hand and trusting him each and every little step of the way, and it's uncomfortable, it really is, but you allow yourself to go through this process. You allow yourself to be still. You allow yourself to be quiet and observe and reflect and listen to what God is trying to tell you for this next journey, for this next phase that you're going to go to when all the lights are turned on. Because sometimes we can see things better when the light is dark. When it's total darkness and there's a light shining somewhere, it stands out more. Sometimes when we're in the light and all the lights are turned on, sometimes it's hard to see, okay? So that's that wisdom that only comes from God, okay? That can make you think and see things like that. Sometimes when it's light and it's all sunny and it's all beautiful, it's hard to see, you know, exactly where you need to go because everything looks good. But a lot of times when we're in the dark and we don't know and everything is dark and we're scared and we see that one light, it's easy to see, okay, the next direction, you know, where we need to go. And a lot of times we'll take our time making a decision before we go down that. And sometimes when everything's looking good, it's easy to make, you know, decisions off the cuff that might not be the best for us, okay? So you are not afraid of the dark. You are not afraid of the unknown. You are not afraid of self-discovery. The dark divine feminine energy is also about self-discovery, the discovery of self, who you are in God, who you are in your culture, your heritage, the practices of that culture and that heritage that you come from, you know, learning about your family tree and what your ancestors did, the good and the bad, and how you can do better. Knowing your birth chart, knowing how to work with your birth chart, because a woman in her dark divine feminine energy is also a shapeshifter, okay? When you know your birth chart and you know at least your big threes, you should at least know your moon sign, your rising sign, and of course you already know your sun sign, and you should also know your north node, okay? If you don't know and any of you ladies would like for me to help you with that, please let me know and I will follow up with you on how we can move forward. But knowing your birth chart will help you to shift in different energies in certain times of your life in order to manifest, okay? Even though I'm a Virgo, I have a lot of fire in my chart. And I also have, you know, a lot of water in my chart too as well. And so a lot of times I'm able to shift into different energies depending on what is needed, you know, in my life at that time. And am I in a season of faith and trusting the unknown, and wisdom and learning and reflection. Okay, I know how to shift into that water, that intuitive side. Am I in a season of my life where it's time to take action, where it's time to put in the work, okay, where it's time to be confident and bold? Okay, now I can shift into my fire energy, okay, and I know how to use that. So it's important to know your birth chart. So any of you ladies will like help with that. If you want to know your birth chart, if you want to know your big threes or your north node, let me know, because that helps. Your north node is your north star. That's the sign. Your north node sign is what tells you, okay, what energy should you be in? What are you called to overcome? What do you need to leave behind? How are you going to be your best self in this life? You should also know your life path number, okay? Your life path number also tells a lot about you, addictions that you have, what you're prone to fall into, okay? If you don't heal, or if you haven't, come to the knowledge of self, it tells you what you're good at, what kind of jobs and things you should go to. So you should also know your life path number. Those things are very important, okay? The dark divine feminine energy is a path of the lone wolf, okay? A woman who is the lone wolf, a lot of times you will be considered an alpha male, or you'll be an alpha woman, okay? Or you'll be in this energy of an alpha woman, okay? And, you will not be afraid to be different. You're not afraid to take a stand on the things that you believe, even if you're the only one standing. You are not afraid of your truth, no matter how ugly your past is or how ugly it sounds, okay? You are not afraid to stand in honesty, okay? You are not afraid to let that wild, untamed side of you out, okay? So a lot of times your dark divine feminine energy, when you are in this energy, you will be looked at as different. Some women, other women who are in the distorted divine feminine energy, who don't know themselves, who are people pleasers, who put everybody in front of themselves, who don't honor their truths, don't set boundaries, they will often look on women like this as Jezebels, okay? Jezebel in the Bible is considered like a harlot, okay? Someone who's trying to seduce men and, put spells on men and stuff. You'll be looked at as that, because you'll also not be afraid to express yourself through your hair, your makeup, your fashion, your jewelry, and however you express yourself. A lot of women will judge you off of that, especially religious women, okay? So this path sometimes does come with a lot of criticism. It does come with a lot of opinions. It does come with a lot of projections of others and how you're living your life and judgments, okay? It's not an easy path, okay? A lot of men will be intimidated by you because you do understand your power. Hey, look, I'm just as powerful as you. I'm just as divine as you. It's not about me submitting to you, but it's about us bringing our divine selves together. And how can we bring out the best in each other with our talents, in our gifts, in our divinity, okay? How can we work together? How can we be powerful together instead of, that conversation of the woman always submitting to a man? So you will have men be intimidated by you. Sometimes it's hard to approach you because you are able to see clearly. You're able to see through the BS. You're able to cut through the BS. You're able to see people's true intentions, okay? You're not a people pleaser. You're not a D-rider, okay? A lot of men will be intimidated by you, especially if they're really good looking, if they get a lot of attention, if women flock to them, if women just say yes to whatever they want. And finally they meet you and it's like different, okay? It's like you match that energy. It's like, yeah, you're divine, but I'm divine too. You're powerful, but I'm just as powerful too. So I need you to match that energy, and it's going to take a man to unlearn or change or heal or, face the truth of himself to learn like, hey, I can't deal with this type of woman, like the women that I've been dealing with, okay? And a lot of times these men are used to toxic women, you know, women who could be abusive with their words. You know, a divine feminine energy, a lot of times she doesn't need to speak. Her presence speaks for itself. Her presence is power. When she shows up, when she walks into a room, you can feel her energy. You can feel the confidence. You can feel that inner work, okay? And a lot of times it gets people feeling some type of way. You know, it gets people looking within themselves and comparing themselves like, dang, you know, what is this woman doing? Or why do I feel intimidated by her? Or why do I feel jealous? Or why do I feel some type of way, you know, when she steps in the room? You know, what am I not doing? So it's good. Dark divine feminine energy is good. It's powerful. It's seductive. Okay, it's alluring. It's magnetic, because you are going to be in the Queen of Wands energy. You know, you are going to be, you know, mysterious. A woman in her dark divine feminine energy, she is mysterious. She does not speak on her moves, okay? She is a woman of action, not much talk. She does what her soul wants her to do. She just does what she feels led to do, and she seeks authenticity in life. She seeks creativity. She seeks to honor what her soul wants to do, and she seeks pleasure too as well, okay? And so when you step to a woman, her dark divine feminine energy, you know, you got to step correct, okay? Or you'll be swallowed up forever. A lot of people compare that dark divine feminine energy to the energy of the siren, Marilyn Monroe energy, Angelina Jolie energy, Beyonce energy, Rihanna energy, okay? So we'll talk about that myth in the next video. But if a divine masculine has not healed and has not faced the truth about himself, and he meets a woman in her dark divine feminine energy, and he plays with her emotions, and he doesn't take her serious, and he takes her love for granted, he will be swallowed up for life, okay? And when I mean swallowed up for life, that myth of the siren seducing the man and the man being captured and never seen again, that's a spiritual aspect of showing that, you know, when a man plays with a woman who is in this power, who is nothing but love, life, honor, truth, and respect, and owns her authenticity, if he plays games with her, you know, he'll be trapped in her energy forever. He'll never be able to forget about her. He'll always be like, oh, I let that one go away. You know, it could have been this. It could have worked out. He'll never be able to let you go spiritually and mentally. And that's where that myth of that siren energy comes from, because women in this energy are sweet. We are loving, but we also have that other side to us, you know, that separates the men from the boys, okay? And yeah, that energy of don't play with us. You know, I'm sweet, I'm alluring, I'm charming, I'm sexy, I'm loving, but don't come to play. You know, be for real or get lost. You know, be real or be forgotten, okay? That's that energy. So I hope you ladies have enjoyed this video. I will be making more dark divine feminine energy videos, okay? But I really wanted to give you a great foundation to start with, and to see, you know, to go down of what we talked about in this video, and to see, hey, am I honoring my soul? Am I honoring my spirit? Am I holding myself back because of, you know, what people are going to think about me? Am I scared to explore, you know, a spiritual practice? Am I scared to explore a version of myself? Am I scared to explore my sexuality because of what others are going to think about me? Am I scared to, you know, start new? Am I scared to, you know, try something new? Whether it be trying something new with your hair, trying something new with your fashion, your clothes, whether it be getting into a new career, whether it be turning your hobby and things that you love into a career, and sticking to that and working with that. Whether it be hanging out with a new group of people, because the people that you hang around with are low vibrational and toxic and judgmental and jealous. you know, you have to be real with yourself, and you have to honor that wild woman within, that lone wolf woman within, that woman who doesn't run with the pack, okay? A dark divine feminine energy, she doesn't run with the pack. She is so cool and chill with being by herself, being in her own energy, because her energy is cosmic. Her energy is a force to be reckoned with. Her energy is captivating. Her energy is healing. Her energy is mysterious. Her energy is curious, okay? She's constantly creating, thinking, learning, searching herself, learning more about herself. So all of that, she's constantly busy in all of that and all those cycles, and she doesn't really need to be with anyone, okay? And so anyone who she decides to be with or who's going to be in her presence needs to match that energy, okay? Well, I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.